Novak Djokovic has confirmed he will be playing his home tournament in Belgrade after being forced out of Indian Wells and Miami. The 20-time major champion has competed in just one event this year, with travel restrictions stopping him from entering certain countries unvaccinated. He will be returning to the top of the ATP rankings on Monday off the back of Daniil Medvedev's early BNP Paribas Open loss. Djokovic has only been able to play the Dubai Tennis Championships so far this season after being deported from Australia on the eve of the season-opening Grand Slam and finding himself unable to travel to the United States as an unvaccinated individual. His lack of competition meant he lost crucial ranking points and surrendered his world number one spot to Daniil Medvedev earlier this month off the back of his quarter-final loss in Dubai. It will be a short stint at the top for the 26-year-old, who will hand the number one spot back to the Serb this Monday after losing in the third round of Indian Wells to Gael Monfils. And it's good news all around for Djokovic, who recently found out he would be able to compete in the French Open and Monte Carlo Masters after France's vaccine pass rules were lifted, allowing unvaccinated individuals to also enter venues including sporting arenas. The 34-year-old had already confirmed his participation in Monte Carlo after the rule change and has now been announced for the Serbia Open later in the clay court swing, held in his own Novak Tennis Center in his home of Belgrade. The tournament begins on April 18, the week after Monte Carlo. Djokovic joins a stacked lineup including Gael Monfils, Dominic Thiem, Christian Garin, Karen Khachanov and several other Serbian players including Dusan Lajovic, Filip Krajinovic, Mimir Kekmanovic, and Laszlo Djere. The ATP 250 event returned to Serbia in 2021 after a 9-year absence, in which it was held in Budapest. The world number 2 competed in the event last year in its return to Serbia but was defeated by Aslan Karatsev in the semi-final, with the 28-year-old going on to lose the final to Matteo Berrettini, who has not yet been announced to return and defend his title. A second edition of the event, dubbed Belgrade 2, was held last year in the week leading up to the French Open and was won by Djokovic, who then went on to capture his second Roland Garros title 2 weeks later. With Djokovic set to reclaim his world number one ranking on March 21, he will be keen to rack up more wins and keep his advantage, as Medvedev will be hot on his heels, just 55 points behind the Serb. The 26-year-old still has the upcoming Miami Open but reached the quarter-finals, so will need to exceed his performance to steal the ranking back. The 20-time major champion will also be able to build on his points in his very next tournament, having lost to Britain's Dan Evans in the third round at Monte Carlo last year. Djokovic will then get the chance to defend his French Open title and 2,000 ranking points after being unable to do the same in Australia earlier this season.